The College of Education was a whirlwind of new faces and open spaces. Amma stepped out of the choo-choo and breathed deeply. The air here was different, cleaner, carrying the scent of damp earth and the distant, comforting sense of school stationery. Her new room was small, but the books she unpacked felt lighter than any science textbook ever had. The leather journal from her mother went straight onto her bedside table. Her first lecture was on Introduction to Poetic Forms. Amma sat in the large hall, not with dread, but with a quiet, buzzing excitement. She didn't have to force herself to pay attention. Every word the lecturer spoke was fuel for her soul. When the lecturer read a poem by Kobina Eyi Akwa, Amma felt a familiar thrill. It was the same feeling she used to get when reading a stolen novel behind a stack of anatomy texts. But this time, it was honest, and it was hers. She thought about the interview panel that had rejected her for nursing. They had seen her lack of passion. Now, surrounded by students who discussed metaphors and sonnets with genuine enthusiasm, Amma finally understood what true aptitude felt like. The biggest relief, however, came from a small everyday detail. On her second day, Amma walked into the departmental office to pick up a reading list. The room smelled distinctly of chalk dust and old paper. It was a grounding, wonderful smell. It was the smell of her future. It was the smell of home. For the first time, Amma felt like she was wearing the right uniform, even though it was just her simple clothes and sandals. She was exactly where she was meant to be. College life, though juridical, brought new anxieties. The government stipends were often late, and the fees, although lower than those of the NTC, were still a heavy burden on Kofi and Adwa. Amma's parents did their best, but Kofi's shoe stall faced stiff competition, and Adwa's Wakia stand income was unpredictable. When Amma called home, Adwa's replies were short and strained. "Are you eating well, Amma?" her mother would ask. "Yes, Ma, I manage." "Good. Don't waste the battery of your lamp on late-night reading, my dear. Every cedi counts. Do you know how much a nurse in Accra makes? They don't worry about the cost of chargeable lamps." The slight sting in her words, the subtle comparison to the nursing path, was still there, a thin layer of ice that hadn't fully melted. Amma knew her mother wasn't trying to hurt her, only to remind her of the security they had lost. She began to take on small jobs, typing assignments for final year students, and helping in the college library, saving every penny to lessen the load on her family. She was determined to prove that her choice of profession was worthwhile.